Hello, Cajon Valley family. This is Superintendent David Miyashiro, and we have some familiar faces for you.
Hi, Chris Prokop, President of the Cajon Valley Education Association.
Hi, Mark Regals, President of Classified Employees Union.
And I'm Howard Shen, the webmaster.
Howard is normally filming behind the scenes, but
There you go.
in this new version of social distancing broadcast, Howard is part of the broadcast. Howard, you explain a little bit about this broadcast and maybe future broadcasts?
I think for the foreseeable future, we will be continuing to do our Cajon Valley broadcast in this manner. Please reach out to me if you like to host. We'll be more than happy to accommodate. We will continue to put out our Cajon Valley broadcast most likely on a monthly basis, if not more often, to continue to push out our message and our stories.
Yeah, so to the families and staff and all of our Cajon Valley community, I think the most important thing for all of us in this time of isolation is not to be in solitude. And so having these video messages, connecting virtually with each other in small groups and large groups online, I think is a great way to stay connected. And I want to thank everybody for all the work you've done to answer the governor's call to provide for continued learning for our students, to provide for continued meal service, and to start thinking about how we might assist our first responders and healthcare workers and essential employees have reasonable childcare so that they can do the important work of taking care of us. And how awesome is that we get to help those that help us in that way. Complicated thing is that we also have to adhere to the public health guidelines of social distancing and working from home as much as possible. And so those are some of the challenges that we're working through right now collaboratively. And my favorite quote from John Wooden is, "Be quick, but don't hurry." And so we were quick to have an emergency plan to get volunteers to help serve meals and to start thinking about online resources that our kids could access right away. But we're not hurrying to have the thorough plan of how we do this work for our children and families. So we're starting by asking a lot more questions and getting input. I'll be meeting with the PTA Council and PTO presidents shortly online to hear from our parents and how their first week of school closure has been as well. And Chris, Mark, would you share some of your thoughts for our employees?
Sure, absolutely. First of all, I want all of our certificated staff to know that we have been in constant contact with CVUSD. Dr. Miyashiro and the cabinet and the board have been very open in inviting CVA into the room so that we can see how decisions are being made that will impact us and our students. We want you to know that we're in constant communication with the district and have a real seat at the table in making any decisions so that you guys know what's going to be happening. We all have a new normal to learn, and we're kind of learning it as we go as we verify information that comes in from the state and from the county. I just want you all to know that if you have work-related questions that our administrators are online, they're there for your principals, district administrators, and if you have representational questions about maternity leave, being paid, then you contact us and you know where to reach us. Just want to let you know it's all of us pulling together to meet the needs of our community. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, and I just wanted to reach out. I mean, we haven't been in contact for a while. And like David said, nobody needs to be in isolation. So a couple of things is, number one, you should expect someone from your department to reach out to you and see how you're doing and just checking on your well-being. And number two, that this district is going to make sure all of our employees are paid during this unprecedented time off. So that's one less worry that we need to worry about as Cajon Valley employees. And they're really a step ahead of everybody else on that. Take this opportunity to take care of yourselves, make sure your families are well, make sure your loved ones are safe in this quarantine time.
Thank you.
And as an employee, I think what I personally appreciate the most is our leadership, both on the district level and also on the union level, that we're constantly getting messaging. My department head has reached out to us for a check-in call, that we don't feel, as an employee, I don't feel isolated. I don't feel abandoned. The school's closed, office is closed, but still the community is still here. And I think that's so important to us, at least for me, to continue on this, like what Chris said, this new normal. It's the leadership that I think will bring us through together as a whole.
Thank you all. And I think you can all expect frequent communication. I think in this time, more communication is better than less. And one of the things that makes it hard is some of the uncertainty about time. Governor Newsom announced that we possibly could have school closed through the end of the school year. San Diego Unified just said that they're going to open school on April 3rd. And we in Cajon Valley are relying on California public health authorities, and they haven't changed anything from the 4-week closure that they announced right before we closed school. So until we hear differently, we're going to plan on April 20th, but also be prepared to provide for distance learning and care longer should we need to. Again, being quick but not hurrying. And so here are a couple videos that I think that would bring some smiles to your faces. This first one, we have some amazing speakers in our district, our 17,000 plus students that are coached by our teachers to give TED Talks starting in kindergarten. And at Petco Park, they take center stage on the first base dugout and play host to San Diego STEM Fest. Check out this short video.
We're participating for the 4th year in a row at the San Diego Expo Day. It's a big event that celebrates STEM Week across San Diego, so this is their kickoff event. We participate in 2 ways. Every year we have our own booth where we have people running the activities for kids to come through, and then we also have on the dugout stage down below our TED Ed Club speakers. So these are students that have been participating in TED Ed after school clubs throughout the school year, and now this is an opportunity for them to come and share their talks. The students basically started with an idea that they had in mind, and we helped them formulate that idea and turn it into a speech, help them practice, help them with their presentation skills. And I think, events like this and the fact that these students are brave enough to stand up in front of an audience and share a speech is really impactful. Our district really believes in presentation literacy and having students know how to present and speak publicly in front of others. So I think events like this really help with that self-confidence in themselves.
Manny Machado isn't the only star at Petco Park, as we just witnessed from those great student speakers. Now let's head over to Rancho San Diego, where we get a chance to see how our students and community find out how our world of work shows them to have a better future in the jobs that they pick.
We're here today at Rancho San Diego Elementary School to show the kids real-life applications of jobs that everybody in their community has, so they can get an idea about what they might be interested in learning and pursuing later on in life.
These kids are having the opportunity to expose themselves to a career that connects the why to their learning in their classrooms.
The kids just come in, they get to, explore the different careers. They get to come in, see some different jobs. There's realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, conventional. Being able to do this at a young age is good for you because it helps you as you grow up, what you want to do.
I am so excited to send these kids into their future where they can have positive opportunities to be a successful member of our community.
That was a great event at Rancho San Diego. I was there. I got to see all of the parents and all of the local businesses that participated and how strongly the students participated as well. It was quite an event. The next video was a surprise to the teachers at Madison Elementary. Burlington Stores, along with Adopt a Classroom, donated $10,000 to Madison Elementary. And here's a video of the event.
Today we are very excited because Burlington Coat Factory has donated $10,000 to Madison Elementary, and the kids are very excited and imaginative in how they want to spend this money to make their school a better place.
Burlington is a caring company and we believe in giving back to our communities. We also love to adopt schools within our communities. But when we grand open a new store here in the community, we like to give back, so we just presented $10,000 to Madison Elementary School.
Here at Madison, our teachers work very hard in order to be able to provide those wonderful learning experiences for their students. And a donation of this magnitude can really help what is happening inside the classroom. We are all invested in our students and their success.
That's awesome that the community is investing in what we're doing here at Cajon Valley. I have the opportunity to volunteer to hand out some of the lunches, the amazing job our nutrition's doing. So here's a short video of that.
We're here at the Child Nutrition Center today, getting ready to put together about 4,000 lunches for our students. And the district made the very, very difficult decision, prompted by COVID-19, to close down our schools. Our community relies on their school lunches for our students, so we wanted to make sure that that was something that was consistent for them and something that they could count on. This is why we identified 16 sites across our entire district that we knew that students could easily get to at any time, walking or driving.
Once that call went out for volunteers and people to help, so many people wanted to help and be part of what we're trying to do here. And I mean, that's a really credible thing about this district is anything that we produce in this kitchen, we wouldn't be able to serve it to our kids if it wasn't for our volunteers, our teachers, our parents, our community out there just pitching in. So it really is a cool thing to see.
So we jumped on planning and preparing to put the meals together for the 16 sites around the district. Immediately we had emails pouring in from our staff wanting to volunteer.
This is the school that I work at and the community that I work with, and I just want to give back to my students. I can't be in the classroom with them, so I want to be here helping in some way. A lot of families rely on the school for meals for their children, and we don't want that to stop just because their child can't come to school. We need to still have well-fed children, whether they're at home or at school.
So we're making sure that we're spread out while we're distributing the food so that we're protecting that very important guideline of maintaining social distance.
So both here at the Child Nutrition Center as well at the school sites, we are emphasizing the importance of practicing social distancing. We want to make sure that people are not gathering in groups, they're staying 6 feet away, lunches are being prepared 6 feet away, and really with the intent of doing everything that we possibly can to stop and prevent the spread of COVID-19.
So the really awesome thing about Cajon Valley is that people celebrate each other like family. This is not unexpected for Cajon Valley to do, to really step up and try and make sure that we continue to support each other and also to support our families. Honestly, I'd be surprised if we weren't doing something like this.
Just know that we will make it through this. Things will be disrupted. We're not used to having parents have to stay home from work, but those measures are going to be the most important things to follow so that we can return to what we're used to as quickly as possible.
So this can be a challenging and unsettling time for people, and we want to make sure that they're cared for. It's our people here in Cajon Valley that make Cajon Valley the best place to live, work, play, and raise a family, and we want to make sure that they're taken care of. We're not just going to get through this, we're going to rock it.
I love Michelle Hayes' quote at the end. We're not going to just get through this, we're going to rock it.
Yep.
Yes.
And thank you everybody that are serving meals and coming out to volunteer. We're going to have to make sure we adhere to social distancing. And please connect. If you know a family or student that is not receiving these messages, please make sure that we connect their families. We really need to know which students are not still receiving meals, which students are not connected to the internet, and which students may not have brought home their Chromebook on the last day before close because it happened really quickly. And thank you all. Some closing remarks, Mark, Chris, Howard?
Yeah, if there's anything, just feel free to reach out to me, to the district office, and we can see if we can get some of the concerns addressed.
Just Cajon Valley community know that you have all component parts of our district working together. And for my members, the teachers, counselors, psychologists, speech and language pathologists who work with your kids, you guys, we're figuring this out as we go. Your exec board is meeting daily, remotely, in that new normal. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us, email, call, and we'll keep you informed.
I am very proud and very fortunate to be a part of this team.
Thank you. On behalf of the governing board and cabinet too, I want to say thank you very much, and we'll see you online. Thanks, guys.